Afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. Look at that for timing, just as they're about to kick off. First things first, we've already received some stars, so thank you very much to everybody who's done that. Wrong side. There we go. There we go. If only I could do that right. I could do it on the crest like that. So we've already received some stars, so I'll just quickly go through some of them. The first one was Jess Cattrall, so thank you very much for that, Jess. Jess sent 150 stars. Thank you very much for that. Daniel James Ormerod sent 50 stars. So, Daniel, thank you very much for that. And Gary Fallows sent 150. And David Logan sent 150. So, thank you very much. That's actually probably the most we've ever had in a stream already. And it's literally the first couple of minutes. So, hopefully a good sign of things has come. Some good positivity for the match as well. And another thing, first things first, as you can see, it's just me. Well, it's not just me. It's me and my little boy. But Simon's busy, Johnny's busy, Jared's busy, and Kieran's busy. So it's going to be a little bit different with just me. But what I'll do to sort of like try and combat that, and if you guys can help me out as well, the more interaction we get in the actual comments will all be fantastic for us. So get more interaction, and then I can talk more to you guys and things like that. Simon said he might bob on when he's back, but that'll be in the second half, and I'm not sure if that will happen or not, because he might be too busy afterwards as well. But fingers crossed. But anyway, thank you very much for everyone's support so far. Just go through some comments. Before I do, actually, we've had some more stars. Lee Dane, I think we could well be on our way to breaking our star record here. Thank you very much, Lee. I really do appreciate it. If you do want to support TurfCast, that is the best way of doing it. We try and do as much as we can and stuff like that. Admittedly, at least last week I've not done as much. I've been decorating and things like that. I've been busy, and it is pretty much just me that runs it. So, like I said, some of the other boys do come on in some streams and help. But when it comes to editing, creating, all that sort of thing, it is pretty much just me. And of course, I have a full-time job. I have a little boy, and this week I've been trying to sort a house out with decorating and stuff. So, back to normal next week. But hopefully, as well, next week we'll have some more people on the stream as well. The boys will be back. But yeah, just go through some of the comments. Daniel James Ormerod says, "Afternoon, pal. Let's get the win. Fingers crossed, mate." I was very confident this morning. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very confident this morning. Weren't even nervous. And then Nick Pope, well, obviously shoulder injury for those that are asking earlier on. Shoulder injury for those that are asking. He's not playing, so now I'm not as confident. I'll be honest, I am not as confident. No disrespect to Bailey, it's just I just don't think he doesn't have anywhere near as much experience as Nick Pope, and Nick Pope is obviously fantastic. So yeah, just there you go, Clarence Sam. You've just pretty much I've answered that as you were asking it, mate. A little bit worried. Not I get necessarily a reflection on him. It's more a reflection on Pope and how good Pope is. So fingers crossed. He's obviously decent enough. He plays it net for Northern Ireland. He's shown his quality for Northern Ireland. So fingers crossed we can get on with that. And Laura says, when did Pope pick up the injury? I don't know, Laura. Basically, someone on Twitter did say they saw him clutching his arm, his shoulder. Sorry, when Southampton scored one of their goals, but I missed that. So I'm not entirely sure. Afternoon, pal, says Phil. Afternoon, Matt. Says Matt. I saw some red cars steaming past me yesterday, Matt. I was looking at the red, see if it were you, but it weren't you, buddy. Chris Barker says, must win game today. We are playing better. The results need to reflect this. Definitely are playing better, mate. Definitely are playing better than what we were doing at the start of the season. The only thing that worries me about this game is Newcastle have started playing better as well, and they've got a lot of injuries. Injuries coming back, should I say. Christine Longsdale, good to see you in the chat again, Christine. It says, come on, you Clarets. David Logan, it says, up the Clarets. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Michael Brown says, morning, a big 6 point. Afternoon now, pal. It's afternoon now, pal. Morning, big 6 pointer in today's game. Yeah, Matt, that's what I'm looking for. Obviously, I won't pull out your edge on the stream, but I knew that from your Facebook. So, yeah, we'll tell you what. Chris has asked a good question. Everyone else, if you can get your predictions in the chat, that'd help massively, please. I was going 2-0 Burnley. I think now I'm going to go 2-1. Again, no disrespect to Bailey. I just think that with the amount of crosses that Pope comes to collect, it takes the pressure off the defence so much. And we're not going to have that today because, well, I've never seen a keeper collect as many crosses as Pope does. So, fingers crossed, Bailey's up for it. But we'll see. It seems like a lot of people agree with me, though. David's gone for 2-1. Chris has also gone for 2-1. Mark Guest has gone for 2-1. Laura has gone for 1-1. You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gary's also gone for 1-1. Phil and Lee have both gone for 0-0. Press the wrong one there. Chris Baker's agreeing with me. He's gone for 2-1 to Burnley. Just as Newcastle are attacking here, you know. Ben me away. Falling to Shelby on the edge of the box. I'll just that's it. Well done, Woody. Well done, Woody. Too early for a beer, so I'm on the Coke. Coca-Cola, for those who immediately scoffed. Matt Lawcock says, think it could be a scrappy 0-0. You know what? I don't want to be pessimistic, but I genuinely would take it. I would take 0-0 now. Get Fulham to 8 points. They're not going to win. As Roy Keane just said then, they've won 4 games all season of Fulham. Where they're suddenly going to win 3 or 4 games from to catch us. Hey, up, Matty Vidra on the edge of the box. Vidra on the edge of the box. Hit it. Oh, defended well there. I need to get the scoreboard sorted, don't I? We've still got the ball. Why is Scarf fanning about? Someone said, Mark's put, what's wrong with J-Rod? And Phil has answered that question. He is correct. Apparently, a baby is imminent. His wife or Mrs. whatever. You're not a baby. But his missus is imminently about to give birth, apparently. Claret Sam's gone for 2-0 Burnley. So fingers crossed. Most people going for... Nobody's predicted a Newcastle win, which is good to see. Go on, Dwight. Dwight's got the ball. Oh, that's a foul, isn't it? Yeah, he's given a foul there. I can't hear it, obviously, because I've had to mute it because of the stream, but I think he's given a foul. Crew Ploppy, that's a very good name. I like that name. Says 3-2 to Burnley. So fingers crossed. That is bang on. I'll tell you what I will do. I will just create the scoreboard to stop people coming on and asking what the score is like before. Normally Kieran, because he's an idiot and he can't check his phone. There we go. I could do with creating a clock, but I don't know how to do it. Anyway, free kick to Burnley on the edge of the box. Well, outside on the left-hand side. Dwight and Westy stepping over it. Surely this is one for Dwight to swing in this. Yeah, Dwight's swinging it in. Torquay over the bar. Over the bar. Yeah, J-Rod expecting a baby very soon. I could have said that rather than stumbling over the word imminently. Couldn't I? Carl says 2-0 today, I reckon. Greetings from Roques de Mar. Hopefully I've not butchered that, mate. I've not butchered that. For those of you that missed the start of the stream, I am on my own today. Simon is lads playing football. What? Foolish Colts, by the way. Why are they organising games when Burnley are playing? Idiots. I don't know what John is doing, but he's not available. Kieran's working. And Jared, believe it or not, right? Jared has his own podcast, and it's a ghost hunting podcast. Well, a paranormal podcast. It's not a ghost hunting podcast. But tonight, he's going on a ghost hunt. So if you want to watch Jared doing that, and Jared in his natural habitat, I think we'll call it, just search Paranormal Living on Facebook, and that's his podcast. It's not as good as TurfCast, I'll be honest. But no, it's obviously totally different, isn't it? And a different sort of vibe. So yeah, good luck to him. But he's hunting for ghosts tonight. That's why Jared isn't available. He's hunting for ghosts. That's a free kick, ref. So there you go. Chris says, Peacock going to keep a clean sheet today. Fingers crossed, buddy. Fingers crossed. Up the Foolish Colts. I used to play for Foolish, to be fair, Jack, back in the day. But tell you what, they never organised games when Burnley were playing. When I was a lad, no chance. Where is he going hunting? You know what? I'll find out. Everyone's asking that. People are going to start watching his rather than mine. It's a long way away. Just let me find it. I texted him last night about it. The Ancient Ramin, which is nowhere near here. Let's have a look. It's called the Ancient Ramin. Right, and do me a favour, everybody. If you are going to go and watch Jared's stream, I think he's doing it tonight at like 8 o'clock. Just go on Paranormal Living. If you like it, it'll come up, won't it, like it does with TurfCast. Tell him that Joe from TurfCast sent you. Say, I'm here because of Joe from TurfCast. Then he'll just flood the chat. The Ancient Ramin is in England, I don't know. Wootton under Edge. Yeah, it's in a place called Wootton under Edge, which is near. Hey, up, Vidra attacking. Oh, bad pass, Vidra. I'm talking about Jared's podcast here rather than doing the actual fucking stream. I'll get back to the stream in a sec, promise you. It's down near Bristol. So good luck to Jared. But yeah, up the Fulham calls. But like I said, Jack, they didn't organise games on Ira Lad back in the day. So there you go. Massive game, says James Smith. Fingers crossed we get the win. Definitely. Vidya's looked really good recently. So was Woody. Lawton with the ball in. Oh, it's a bit deep to be fair. It looked a lot better than that originally. Clitheroe Wolves are better. Hey, now I'm not going to have that, Chris. I hated Clitheroe Wolves when I used to play for Fulham Colts. It used to have a little rivalry, me and Fulham Colts and Clitheroe Wolves. We'd play in blue, Clitheroe would play in orange. I don't know if they still do. I think Fulham... Shit! Ugh! I think Fulham's still playing blue. Newcastle nearly scored. Look, it'd have been lucky. BPF is better with his feet. Don't take much, to be fair. We'll see how we develop with that. Who's that crossed that ball in there? It's a sharp cross, but it nearly snuck in that for Newcastle. Yeah, that is some travel. He's dedicated to his podcast, unlike me. No, I'm joking. What's happening with Vids, do you think, Matt? I presume you're asking why he's playing so well recently. I'm not sure. He's been playing well recently. Talk BFC on YouTube says, can you imagine J-Rod secretly watching the game while his wife gives birth? Obviously, behind me, I have evidence of I was present in the birth room once. If Burnley were playing, I 100% would have watched it on my phone. It wouldn't have even been secretly. I'd have 100% watched it on my phone. Anyway, 10 minutes in, not much has happened. Oh, the Deeney stream. Yeah. I don't know. I think anyone who didn't see it, Troy Deeney hosted an Instagram live the other day, and he invited Vidra on it. Obviously, they used to play together at Watford. And then he said to him something about, good goal the other day. And he went, thanks, but shit result. And then later on, they were asking him about his contract situation and stuff. And they were a little bit arsey about it, weren't they? Didn't really answer the questions and stuff. And then he said something like, I'll see you in the summer, I think he said to Dina. I still can't. We won't let him go unless we sign anybody. So he can cry and whinge all he wants. He's not going to be let go by Burnley Football Club until we sign anybody. Nathan Smith in the chat. Is that the Nathan Smith that I used to go to? No, it's not. It's a different Nathan Smith. But thank you anyway, Nathan Smith. It's 99 stars there, Nathan. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all the love and support that you give us with the stars and stuff. It helps loads. So it's the easiest way to show your support to TurfCast, and obviously Facebook have given us the stars because we do certain things on Facebook. So yeah, it is the perfect way to support us if that's what you want to do. So thank you very much, Nathan. We appreciate that. I always tend to get more when I'm on my own. I don't know why. I've done 2 streams on my own, and I've always had more. And now we've just had some more as well. Ian Miller with 150. I'm going to get myself a Big Mac meal after this. I'm getting so many stars. Yeah, Lee Dane, that's a good point. He says we could be signing Deeney. I mean, we could. Would I want him? No. Definitely not. Thomas Grant, I might as well answer this. Encourage more people who... did I give Ian Miller a shout out? Ian Miller, 150 stars. I did, didn't I? Yeah, I just remembered. Thank you, Ian. I really appreciate that, honestly. I don't know why I get more on my own, but I do. Thomas Grant says, on the Facebook stars, what do they actually do? Is a conversion rate of cost money donated worth it? Is it not better to do a Patreon? We are thinking of doing a Patreon simply for the monthly subscription fee, but then we need to decide what to offer rather than... Because I remember when Claret's Turf did it, I don't know if you remember, they just set up a fee and didn't offer anything different. And not disrespecting Claret's Turf, by the way. They don't even exist anymore, to be fair, so I could say what I want, but I'm not doing that anyway. Just break off this Westy corner. Oh! Brownhill! Penalty! It's it, Matt! Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, what were I saying? I'm getting loads of stars here. I'm going to be rich. I'm not really, I'm joking, by the way. Stuart, have you sent some stars? You've written stars, but I've not got any stars, so I don't know what's going on there. Apologies, Stuart, if you have. So going back to what Thomas Grant says, he says, on the Facebook stars, what do they do? Is the conversion rate of cost of money worth it? Basically, I get 1p per star donated. So if you're sending me 150 stars, I'll get £1.50. It's that simple. But when you buy stars, I think you spend like £6 for like 300 stars. So basically, Facebook are getting 50% of your money. And the other 50% will go to the streamer that you're supporting or that you're sending it to. I can't actually benefit from the stars until I reach £100 worth of stars, and I'm nowhere near it, to be honest. We've only just recently started doing it again, haven't we? So yeah, fingers crossed we can get there, and I can then take it out. You can only take out £100 at a time, but you watch like Liam Waddington, Vizzy, those of you who know, he gets like ridiculous amount of stars per stream and stuff. So for some streamers, it's a full-time job, obviously, like it is for Vizzy. There's a lad called Average Dad who plays games on Facebook. He will literally get about £150 worth of stars at stars a stream. It's ridiculous. Matt says, put a PayPal link instead. I always find that's a bit beggy, though, PayPal links, isn't it? Like, please send me some money. I don't know, whereas Facebook stars is just like, oh, yeah, pal, here's 150. You can do what you want with it. Yeah, Phil says maybe you can sign Dini with all them stars. I'm not sure we're getting that many, mate. Oh, Matt also says, have you had that shirt frame yet, mate? No, not yet, pal. Market don't open until next week, does it? Tomorrow. I'll probably nip down when I'm not working on Wednesday. I'll have a look at it. Let me know if you get yours. Chris Barker, have we had some more as well? I can't keep up. Apologies if I'm missing any now, because I'm getting it. But what we'll do, because we'll keep the stars. Is that you? Yeah. That making that noise, or my stars? We'll keep the stars for now. Oh no, it's the stars. Come on, Burnley. Kyle, 99 stars. Thank you very much. The stars are a good way to support us on Facebook, and it helps us on Facebook. And then Facebook, the analytics and stuff. Oh shit, Newcastle here. Get rid of it. Oh, Bailey, better with his feet. Oh, well done, Westy. Well done. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. So yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. If there's a lot of people asking questions about sort of like PayPal contribution and stuff, and some people rather doing it that way, I'll set up a Patreon. Like I said, I were going to say before Burnley had that attack dinner. What the plan is with the Patreon, for those that you don't know, you create a Patreon to have to sort of like say to your fans, look, if you want to support us, you can pay a certain amount of money per month or just donate money through the Patreon. The reason why I didn't just set one up is because I felt like I wanted to offer something for that rather than just setting one up. But what I'll do, I'll set one up now because there's some people asking about that and not wanting to do the Facebook stars because Facebook get 50%. All the stars in your balance, by the way, they don't get anything of them. If you've paid for 400 stars, they don't then get the stars, if that makes sense. So you might as well just offload them onto your favourite streamers. Hint, hint. No, I'm joking. So, yeah, but I'll set up a Patreon, and what I'll do is... Hold on, we're attacking here. Yes, go on, Woody! Where's that? Go on! Yes! Get in there! Yes! Vidra, Woody! What a fucking run by Woody that was! Get in! Excellent! Yeah! Come on! Absolute incredible from Chris Wood, mate. Absolutely incredible. Brilliant football, that, says Laura. Absolutely class from Wood, says Matt. Lovely play. Yep, sorry, Van. I was very excited. Kieran has sent us some stars in the melee of it. I don't want to miss anything out. He's got a 2-week streak badge now as Kieran, so... Kyle as well, he sent some. I think I mentioned Kyle, didn't I? Sorry, I've lost my train of thought now from where I am. Match Day Vlogs, they're Southampton fans. But he says, get in, really want Burnley to win this one. Corey Charles says, yes, get in. Kyle says, come on, lads. Dan Omeroz says, Vidra. Fucking brilliant player, that, weren't it? Absolutely fantastic. I'm buzzing with that. What a good start. And Newcastle, that's bad defending, in it. Vidra, good finish. Great play all round. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Bear with me a second while I just quickly update. Normally when I'm on my own, when I'm with people, I can just go quiet for a little bit while everyone else talks. But the problem is now I need to put some pictures up. There you go. I'm just putting my Twitter up so people know that we've scored. Be with you in a sec. Right. Let's discuss that goal then. What an excellent run that was from Chris Wood. Put it on an absolute plate. for Vidra. Kieran says he's at work getting clarets. Lee says, well done, Chris Wood there. Excellent. Where did that come from? I mean, I've been defending Chris Wood left, right and centre in his barren spell. He's playing well again now, isn't he, to be fair? But earlier in the season, I was defending him left, right and centre, but I did not for 1 second think he could do that. I was defending him because he's normally a good finisher. But I weren't defending him because I thought he could do that, because he can't. Kieran, yeah, I'll try not to repeat that. I'll try not to swear too much in front of my little boy, even though I know I've already said the F word about 50 times on this stream already. Wooden Vids says Nathan Smith. Start sending Nathan Smith. There you go. We can start saying that. Change the score, says Mark. Yeah, sorry, everybody. Sorry. I'll just quickly change the score. Matt, you can be the editor if you want. Do you want a job as an editor? You get 5 stars a week for it. There we go. I've changed it. He'll be back in a second. Laura says, swear to God, I want a personal apology out of everyone who's slagging Wood off a few months ago. Me as well. Especially Tom Grant. Is there going to be a fart in the chat? Hopefully not. It's probably Laura's way of flirting, Tom. Joe Clark says, feels like Vids and Wood have swapped bodies there. Yeah, good point. Update your scoreline. Yep, done it, Matt. Sorry. James Smith says, Wood and Vidra 100% our best too. It's not even a debate anymore, is it, mate? Not even a debate. I think Vidra has helped Wood with that link up. Yeah, obviously, great movement. What's happening there? Let it ride. Oh, is it going? It would have been there. Well done, Bailey. Wood out. Laura and Tom have got to have a fart. Yeah, but Reese says, Vud's. Right, I'm not even going to try. Afternoon, Silvio. Oh, you're well, mate. Anthony says, they've always backward, missed chances. Just showing the goal again. I got a bit excited. Always missed chances, but yes, I'd be more worried if he wasn't getting into positions for them. Vidra is class, Simon Townley and JT. He's starting farts with people who aren't even here. Is Kieran. Oh, it still says 0-0. I promise you I changed it. Why is it? It even says. There we go. I'm going loopy. Probably because I take it off and put it back on. Woodra. Yes, I get you now. Look at the league table. League table's on screen now. Let's not get carried away, everybody. I were going to put it on the stream, but I didn't want to get carried away. Burnley are. It's gone now. I weren't fast enough. If Burnley win this, we'll be on 36 points. So that's 10 points ahead of Fulham. Fulham will not catch us. If we win this game. Anthony's laughing at the Woodra comment. Thomas Grant says, Wood been good ever since Vidra started regularly. I don't disagree with that. Newcastle have come back into it slightly a little bit here. Fingers crossed. We can hold out. We need to not throw it away like we did against Southampton, let's be honest. We need to get to half-time. If we got to half-time and we're winning, in fact, you know what? I'm not even going to put myself in it. I said all this chat last week and I ended up looking like a right tit, didn't I? Just realised I've not put the goal on bloody Facebook. Give me a second. Burnley away. That's it. It's good to see the tides turning with Wood. It's good to see that the tides turning with Vidra, but that's because they're playing well, and that's all they had to do, wasn't it? Dan Taylor says, same amount of points that we got relegated on in 15. There you go, and there's still 6 games left after this, is there? 8, 7? And let's be honest, the teams in 2015 were better than the likes of the teams below us were better than the likes of Fulham, West Brom, and Sheffield United. Fulham aren't going to win another 3 games. I reckon if we lost every single game this season from now, we'd have still stayed up anyway. Obviously, I don't want that to happen. I want to be safe and sound. But yeah, going back to the Patreon thing. Everybody, apologies. I'll set one up the next week or so. What I'll do is just have it as a Patreon until next season, when I will have things on there about sort of like things that you're actually getting rather than just being a Patreon. Yeah, well, Laura's asking how many away days I get to. Back in day, I'd go to them all. Since Parker's been born, probably about 5 or 6 a season if I'm lucky. But yeah, I go to every home game, obviously. But I'm struggling. I don't know what I'm going to do about the watch-alongs next season because obviously I'm going to be on the games. The games that I'm not on, 100% doing a watch-along. So if we're down in Brighton, for example, it's a bit far, isn't it? I've been the Amex before, to be fair, though. But I'll probably do a watch-along for the games I'm not going to. The thing that I'm thinking of doing next season, because we're losing the watch-along. Oh, shit. Sorry, Southampton, Newcastle attacking. Is doing a live match reaction after the game. So after the game, going home, firing the laptop up, live reaction. And I'll get people that I trust on it. So, Tom, Matt, even yourself, Laura, the people that have been in and around, sort of like Phil as well, in and around the podcast. People that I know are going to come on it and not spout shit or just shout something racist or homophobic, for example. Or people pretending to be Burnley fans or Blackburn fans. And what I want to do is I want to create like a pool of people, and at the end of every match say who wants to be on the live fan reaction this week. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Let me know. Do the fan reaction outside the grounds. I'm not a fan of that because I know I'll just get abuse. I could do it in the ground if Burnley would let me. I'd do that. I'd do it in the ground, sort of like in one of the like bars or something afterwards. But because Simon has his own hair podcast as well. And right, hold on, Burnley attacking Lawton with the ball in. Simon's actually built like a big shed in his back garden, and Simon lives near the turf. So it's going to be like a studio. So the plan is go there after the match. Me and him, obviously, he won't need to social distance at that point, so I will actually be allowed to be with him. Me and him do it live and get people on via web link. Laura says, get on to Daz Bentley. Problem is, they'll just fucking steal my idea. They'll probably steal it anyway, to be fair. As soon as I start doing something, they'll do it themselves. I get the vibe that they don't help fan channels. They'd rather get the content out there themselves. And as someone who used to work at a football club, that's what another media team that I worked for did. Like the head of the media team, he hated fan channels. I don't really know why. I think it's because they have a bad reputation because of AFTV, but I'm not like that. I'm not shouting and screaming, that's a free kick, good play. Who is it? Goodmanson, great play. More call-outs with no name never, says Tom. Maybe if we, I'd be happy to get some of them onto the live reaction and stuff because they're obviously a respected voice. He's very good. I'm not going to say he's bought it because it's an obvious foul. But if you look how we, oh no, it's just a foul. I thought he'd done something clever and thrown his leg into him. I'd be happy to get them sort of people on the watch-alongs. That was the plan originally, to sort of like help get the other pages involved. And we did a few things with Cricket Field End, but then they've started doing their own thing now, which is fair enough. So yeah, got some plans. The live match reaction will definitely happen because we are going to lose. This is like our most watched thing, so we are going to lose it, aren't we? So we need to replace it. So I'll probably do the live match reaction, like I said. Anyway, Burnley free kick, about 20 yards out. Brownhill standing over it. Goodmanson, Brownhill hits it. Absolutely fucking horrendous. Sorry. Absolutely horrendous, that shot. Excuse me. Phil says, come to the supporters club, mates. And you know what? I wouldn't mind turning this into like a supporters group thing, but let's concentrate on I'd like to concentrate on the output first rather than panicking about anything else. Can you not do a live watch along from inside the stadium on a mobile? Probably could, but do I want to sit there in the family stand doing that, going, yeah? Not particularly. And again, there's probably some laws about copyright being, because no one streams inside the game, do they? They do them like weird YouTube videos afterwards. Yeah, it's not for me. I don't even like these kids. I know Thogden and whatever they're called, and even Vizé, they've all done it, and they've got quite big off doing the camera things in the stadium, but it's not my vibe, that. Not my vibe. I'm sure we just add more stars then. Don't know where they've gone. Oh, 45. Here he is. Corey Conry. First time here. Great work, mate. Loving it. Well, if you like it, mate, it's not just always me on my own. I'll get your comment up. There you go. It's not just always me on my own. Normally, I have a couple of friends here. So it's not normally just me chatting shit. But like I said, I tend to get more stars when I'm on my own, probably because I'm more interactive. I don't know, rather than just talking to Simon and other people. So give us a like, give it a share if you want, mate. But thank you very much for the stars. I appreciate it. Yeah, James, good point. He says, why isn't McNeil taking them free kicks? I don't know why. Browning must do something in training because he's had a few, hasn't he, this season? None of them been anywhere near. Yeah, same. Dan says the same thing as James McNeil. Interesting stat, though, says Lee. Burnley have not scored a direct free kick since Defoe at Old Trafford. That's mad. Oh, here we go. The hills and the chimneys. I'm not being funny. Obviously, I don't live near the ground anymore. I used to. Up until about 3 months ago. It's glorious sunshine outside my house. I live in Lower House area. Bowling from Louts. Oh. It's gone too deep. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, Laura. Comment on the weather, shot of the hills. Pathetic, innit? Every fucking time. Every time. But it's like I say, it's glorious sunshine out here. Not a drop of snow. I know I'm not on the hills, but there was a bit of frosted garden this morning. Right, so has he given Newcastle a free kick there for that? Or what? What's going on here? I can't hear it, obviously, because I have to mute it. Yeah, it's a shame that Defoe retired, wasn't it, this year? Well, he's retiring, should I say. Yeah, where's he going? I don't know what happened. Yeah, and obviously Laura's expanded on that. He said, see you soon, didn't he, on Twitter, when he shared Burnley's tweet. So, who knows what's happening there? Project Boy says, great football, keep it up. That's the first time anyone has commented that on a Burnley stream ever. 100%. That's history there in the making. Nobody's ever come on a Burnley stream and said great football. I'll take it. But it was a good goal, weren't it? Let's be fair. Well, that's a great pass from that Newcastle player. Who is it, Shelby? Yeah, of course it's Shelby. Well, is that Talks? Yeah, well, Talks. "30 minutes in then, what are your thoughts on the game so far? Obviously, we're buzzing to be 1-0 up. I think we played well as well. I think we deserve it. Newcastle have offered nothing. We've done all right. So far, so good, I think, for me. That's what I'm going to say for the first half. More stars, I think. Let's have a look. I heard Jenny Clarkson with 150. Everyone's showing me the love today. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. I know a few people were slagging the stars off earlier, but it's good to see them still coming in. But yeah, go on, Dwight, well played. But even if you want to stop sending stars because you don't like that, you've got to give money to Facebook to do it. You can just empty your accounts on TurfCast now. No, I'm joking. I'm not joking, do it. But yeah, thank you very much, Jenny. I appreciate that. Dan Taylor says, how dare you play good football? Get back to long balls, Burnley. Well, if it's working against this shower of shite, famous last words. I know there's a Newcastle fan watching because they commented earlier, so he'll be getting ready. Because when we played Newcastle earlier this season, they went 1-0 up, didn't they? And then Westy scored that half volley, cracking goal. I went sick and I was like, where are the Newcastle fans now gobbing off? They won 3-1. They all came steaming back in, didn't they? Giving me loads of grief. I think I blocked about 6. Just realised how camp that pause was then, so I'll stop. Adam Rowlands in the chat. He says, only concern I have is if they're still behind later on, they can fetch on ASM and Wilson. We don't have that game-changing sub. Yeah, we were saying that. Oh, shit. At the start, we don't have a sub, never mind a game-changing sub, but we've got Jack Cork. That's it. Charlie Taylor may be on the bench as well. I can't remember off the top of my head. So hopefully it's 2-0 to Burnley. 3-0 even, and they'll sack it off. But yeah, they have game-changing subs. We are capable of keeping these people quiet, though. Let's be fair. Oh shit! No, he's off. He's got to be off. Flags up. Yeah, exactly. We've got Mumbongo, haven't we? No disrespect. I know there's a lot of people like Mumbongo. He's definitely off, innit? Don't screw us over here. Yeah, okay, not even close. Why has he kicked that in net? Tit. Laura says she forgot Jack Cork existed. Just go back to Total BFC's comment, who's watching on YouTube. I'm actually a big fan of Shelby. Would you take him into turf maybe when Cork retires? I'll have him as backup. He's decent in spells, in his Shelby. He's far too inconsistent. And he's a bit of a hothead, or so I'm led to believe. And Newcastle fans don't like him. I don't know why. So they might be able to, never mind wait until Court retires, we might be able to get something done in summer, because we need probably a fourth body, because we've got 3 in central mid, haven't we, at the minute? So a fourth, I think his wage demands will probably be too high, to be fair, for what we'd expect of him, because he would just be back up. I'd rather have Brown than Westy in there. And again, he'd probably be behind Cork in the pecking order. Anyway, Goodmanson got the ball. Great pass to Vidra. Oh, he's left it for Wood. Oh, fuck, he's giving it back to Goodmanson. Right, skin him. Use Louts. Dickhead. Oh, he's gone to Dwight. Oh, what a shite effort. So that's my thoughts on that. Total BFC. Oh, we've had a WhatsApp message. I won't reveal the number because that'd be unfair. If you're watching the stream, whoever sent me that, there we go. He sent me this picture and said, Claret's watching from the Costa del Sol. I don't know who it is. There's that you can, if you want to send me a WhatsApp message, you can do it via the page on Facebook. So that's obviously how they've done it. So hopefully he's watching on the stream and he's just seen that and he's had a shout out of him and his mates. I don't know if he means watching the watch along or watching the game. Hopefully both. Jackie Chan says, how are you guys playing? Not the Jackie Chan. Playing very well, mate. Newcastle have started to come back into it, though, recently. So I'm a little bit worried. But with crosses like that, they can have all the possession they want. No, it's gone straight through. Eric Peters. No nonsense. That Peter Kay advert, John Smith's, whatever it were, have it. Project Boy says, when did you start getting into football? That's me when I was a little boy, mate. I posted that on Twitter yesterday. Those of you that follow me on Twitter will have seen it yesterday. I've always been into football. And the house that picture is taken in is literally, if anyone knows where the Park View is, that's where it is. It's the house near there. Prescott Street, if anyone from around here. Yeah, we're not signing him then, are we, Talk BSC? $3.5 million a year to sit on the bench. No chance. Anyway, Newcastle will get back into this now. They're attacking. Oh, Bailey! Oh, well done, Bailey. Oh, he's not give that. Shut up, you dicks. Surely you can't give a penalty for a high foot. That'd be ridiculous. Well done, ref. Standing his ground. Just watch it again. He's not offside. He's got to score. That's a good save, Bailey. Fair play. Fair play. I was worried when Bailey was starting, but that... It's just hitting, to be fair, but, you know, that's what he's got to do. He's got to make himself big and get down. Sit down, Bruce. Oh, they're not looking at it, are they? For fuck's sake. I'm going to turn it up for this bit. No, what's he going to do? Just let him head it? Oh, for fuck's sake. No. I'll mute it again before I get fucking bollocked and video gets taken down. He's not giving it! Yeah, it's a disgrace that they even looked at that. What's he supposed to do? Just not defend? I'm not angry about that. I'm going to tweet about it. Let it go. Let it ride. What are they complaining for now? They're out whinging arse bastards, aren't they, these Geordies? Oh, no, they've not given it. They've not given it. No pen. No pen. No pen. Sorry, I was that angry about it. I was tweeting about it. Fucking hell, he's only just off as well. I thought he was miles off when he put that in net. Tell you what, it could easily be 2-1, and it would be an absolute scandal if we were losing this match. We need to get a hold of it again, though, Burnley. This is your warning now. That's a foul. Thank you. Here he is, my favourite Irishman. Quilty DeBauer is in the chat. He says, great save by Bailey. It was. Just catching up with some of the comments. Dan Taylor says, are you not a bit worried about Tarkett or Vidra, fella? They've been in great form this season. We look set to lose them over the summer. First big window for ALK. Can we realistically replace them players of their quality? Tarkett, I think, will lose. And yes, it will be a blow. But you can't stand in someone's way because the problem with Tarkett is we have to sell him this summer or he goes next summer for free. And that would be a bad business by Burnley. For me, so you've got to let him go. Whereas with Vidra, you're not going to get a lot of money for him. So he might want to go, but you could say to him, no, you've got to see your contract out. We're not going to get 30 million for Vidra, are we? Like we would do for Tarkett. So if it were me for Vidra, I'd say, you ain't going anywhere unless we can sign somebody else. But people keep saying that Vidra don't like it here and he wants to leave. And he has said his agent and things like, oh, you dirty Geordie bastard. Sorry. That's got to be a yellow. Or even a red. Let's have a look at that. I've not seen it back since. So, yellow. Probably won the ball, actually. It's one of them, innit, though? It's one of them, like, 5 years ago, that's a brilliant tackle. And deep down, you still look at that and think, fair play, and it's a nice, strong, hard tackle. Whereas you can't do it anymore. He's escaped punishment, bit look of it though. Not even been booked, has he? I can't hear it telly, obviously. Hopefully, Matt, get up. So that's my thoughts, by the way, mate. Tarkett, leave, fan, upsetting. Bring someone like Worrell or whatever in. Vidra, you're staying, lad. And does he still hate it at Burnley? Because he's playing now and he's scoring goals, so he might not hate it here anymore. Quilty says, what minute are you on? Just want to sync you up with my stream. I'm live, mate. So right now, I am watching the 42nd minute. Pretty much bang on. It's just showing the Vidra replay, the goal replay and stuff like that. That's where I am now. So 42-15 now. I'm basically live. So if you can get it on live, then. Jackie Chan says, we play against you soon. Man United, who do you think will win? We tend to do well at Old Trafford, don't we, mate? 0-0. Yeah, Laura, that's what I'm saying. I think Vidra might have changed his mind now. Dan says, problem is, he lost his place in the Czech squad because of us. If he went to Watford, they're playing first. And if he go to Rangers, he'd win titles and play in Europe. Rangers, I know if there's any Scottish people in here, they'll let me saying it, but it's not the quality, is it? And now I genuinely believe that Chris Wood and Vidra will start pretty much every game next season. So he'll be playing regularly for us. So he'll get his place in the Czech squad back, playing in the Premier League rather than playing in the SPL, which is under 10s level, or the Championship. We still have Barnes next season. He's our shithouse, innit? That's a free kick all day. Exactly, that's my point. Yeah, he'll win titles and stuff, but a title in... I'd rather win a title on Football Manager than in Scotland. What are Newcastle complaining about here? Fucking Mardasses. Just moan, moan, moan. Anyway, free kick Burnley. Nathan Markland says, afternoon, guys. Afternoon, buddy. Let's hope we can score a couple more. Yeah, we need to, because as people keep mentioning in the chat, they've got Wilson and ASM on the bench. We will be backs against the wall if they bring them two on, especially at half-time. Fucking, I can't be asked for 45 minutes of that, especially live on stream, on my own. Yes, corner ball. That's our problem. Talk BFC, who's again referring to the subs thing. We've never had a decent enough squad, have we? That depth of squad. We don't really have players on the bench that can change it. Vidra was a player that could change it on the bench, but now he's starting. And he's better because he's starting. I do want him to start. Jay's personal reasons is out. Who's on the bench that we can bring on? Nobody. Jack Cope. Right, come on. Right, we've taken the corner. Dwight on the edge. Just give it back to Wester. Ball in. Headed. Yes! Oh! Nearly an own goal. Good save that, Dubravka. He's a good keeper, is Dubravka. If they go down and Port wants to leave, I'd have him or that Johnson at West Brom. You okay?
Yeah.
What's up? Daddy shouting? What's wrong? You okay?
Yeah.
Say hello. No? Do you need a wee-wee?
Yeah.
Right, well, can you just wait 3 minutes and I'll take you for a wee-wee, okay? Unless you want to go.
Yeah.
Right, go to the downstairs potty then, and I'll be there in a second. Anyway, Burnley corner. Sorry, got to do some parenting, haven't I? Back in! Oh, Ben Mee! Dubravka again! Just wait and I'll take you. Yeah? Don't get any chocolate either from the table. You've had enough today. Anyway, another Burnley corner. Sorry, everybody. Another Burnley corner. Westy's taking this one. Get a goal here now. Oh, Westy, he's hit that. He's gone for it there, hasn't he? He's definitely gone for it there. Johnson is on loan from United. I didn't know that. Did not know that. Well, Dubravka then. We'll have him. I won't want Ramsdale at Sheffield United. Is shit. Westy corner. Come on, make this pressure count, Burnley. That's another corner, is it? Ah, Burnley, unlucky. We could have done with a goal there, couldn't we? Because, like everyone keeps saying, ASM and Wilson coming off the bench, that is a good save from Dubravka, let's be fair. I mean, I think Bailey and Paul would have both saved that, let's be fair, but it is a good save. I didn't think Johnson were on loan from United, Jackie Chan, I'll be honest with you. Someone Wikipedia it. I ain't got time. Oh, no. Great defending, Ben Mee. Is Tarky getting bigger, Laura, with Love Our Eyes? I think she's a fan of the old Tarky. Hey, you would do training and playing football every day, wouldn't you? I mean, I'm massive now. I've been on 3 runs this week. Have you gone for the Dice lookalike, or does a beer only grow like that? That's just Newcastle corner, sorry. That's just the way it grows. It don't grow properly. And it looks ginger when it's not. It always looks ginger on stream when it's shit. Yes, Bailey. Yeah, I'm not going for a Dice lookalike, mate. It's just the only way it grows, and I'm not kept on top of it recently. Just shaved my neck. But that's it now. I'm going to go and cry and shower tonight, mate, and shave it off, so thanks for that. Wilson has already gone down the tunnel, says Matt. You know what? I know Wilson's good, and it could be the famous last words where someone could clip this up and say, like, ha, 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 he said Wilson's not going to score. I do think Wilson's not the one I worry about. It's ASM. Both together. Bloody hell. Fair enough, Jackie Chan. I didn't realise that. But apparently, yeah, as Matt said, Wilson's already getting ready. But that's it, half-time. First half were pretty decent. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with us for the first 35 minutes. Thought we played some good stuff. The goal itself, fantastic run from Chris Wood. So we've done well with that. Oh, cheers, Laura. Laura said the beard looks better. Are you okay? Are you okay now? Did you have a wee-wee? Anyway, while he ignores me, yeah, the first half, I thought, with the first half of the first 30 minutes, 35 minutes of the first half, we played really well. The second half of the first half, the last 10 minutes, Newcastle came back into it, didn't they? So we need to try and sort of like stop them from getting the foot on the ball, especially if Wilson's coming on. And if ASM comes on, he's a player that does get on the ball and wants the ball a lot. So we're going to need to be prepared for that. ASM struggled last time against Lawton in that friendly. I think you're referring to that one against Nice, was it? But against us in October, I thought he played quite well. I know Wilson scored as well, to be fair, so they both did pretty well in that game. But yeah, first half for me, I thought we played very, very well. Fingers crossed for more of the same in the second half. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. Obviously, I'm on my own at the minute in terms of the stream. So there's not much I can do in terms of having a debate and stuff at half time. But we always have a bit of a break at half time, don't we? So I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to have a bit of a break, and I'll be back in time for the second half. But keep your comments coming in and stuff, and I'll put the ones on screen if I'm sat here. I'm going to go and grab a drink and stuff, and maybe nip to Lee myself and take him to Lee because he's clearly not been. So yeah, I'll be back in time for the second half. just had a wee wee. I just said that on screen. Thank you, Bob. Welcome back, everyone. I just realised I shouted down the microphone, you've just had a wee wee, but you join me as Burnley take a corner. Oh, it's it, Louts. Oh. Is it that? Oh! Another corner. Good start to the second half then. Interesting debate on Twitter. I've noticed a lot of Burnley fans seem to think that was a penalty. Fair enough. I do agree with the fact that anywhere else it's a free kick, but you can't be giving penalties for that. What's he supposed to do there? If he lets him head it, then they score a goal. So what's he supposed to do? Just not go for it? No. I don't know who you are, mate. It's always bloody Burnley. And can you do a Sean Dyche impression? I'm not doing a Dyche impression. Definitely not doing a Dyche impression, mate, now. But it's always bloody Burnley, it is. Anyway, corner kick. So we've started the second half as we ended the first, just corner after corner after corner. Hopefully, we can make it count. We need a second goal. I think they'll score. Oh, another corner. They're dealing with them corners pretty well, to be fair to Newcastle. Oh, well done, Peters. That's a free kick all day. All day, that's a free kick. You can't complain at that. I mean, he's bought it in a sense because he's put his body in the way, but then the Newcastle player should be like, well, I can't go running into him now because I'm just going to run into a bloody player. Yes, I do know who Mark Goldbridge is, Jackie Chan. Actually, I quite like Goldbridge. A lot of people give him a lot of stick. I don't mind him. I don't like his weird obsession with hating us for whatever reason. It just shows that we're living rent-free in his head, so we must be doing something right. It's probably because United haven't beaten us at Old Trafford for a long time. That'll be something to do with it. A Steve Bruce impression. I can't do that. All Steve Bruce does is whinge anyway, so most at Geordies are doing that themselves. I don't want to turn into that. Hold on, Burnley free kick. Oh, don't want to turn into that guy. What's he called? That guy who does impressions on Twitter for that Mason Bet. He's shart. All he does is Steve Bruce and Sean Dyche, and he's terrible. He's terrible at Dyche anyway. But he's made a living out of it somehow. He does Soccer AM and stuff as well. I don't know his name. Andrew Farley. Anyway, Newcastle coming back into it here with the ball. They got the ball down the wing, clipped in. Bailey's come for it. Well held. Well held. Yeah, Quilter. We're normally better at that. Newcastle have defended them pretty well, to be fair. But we've had chances on them. Ben Mee's had an header. But a few long-range efforts come from him. Westy's put a couple of them like in the near post as always shooting, but we all know Westy can do that. Shit kick, Bailey. I like his gloves, though. His gloves are smart. Yeah, we've seen the damage that Loughton's foot can do, haven't we? At Palace earlier this season. Should have been goal of the month, but wasn't. That's a free kick. Just pulled him down that scruff of his neck. And obviously the goal he scored for Villa. Against Stoke, was it? At Stoke. He has got a foot on him as Louts. Oh, just dropped my remote. Oh, shit, I've just turned the telly off now. Fuck's sake. Nightmare, 30 seconds, that. Back on. We're back. Alan Shearer, shock horror, has tweeted saying how it's a definite penalty. So I just responded and put, you'll always be a bastard. Funny me. But welcome back to the stream anyway. I'll get all the nasties out of the way. Obviously, Burnley winning 1-0, as you can see by the stream. Unfortunately, I am on my own today. Simon said he might make an appearance in the second half, but I thought he'd be back by now, so that's not looking likely. So it is just going to be me. So if, as I said, I'll say the same thing I said in the first half. Help us out with interaction and stuff, and then I can talk to you more rather than just talking shite. I thought you were going to say that then. I keep forgetting he's here. Hopefully, Wilson pulls an hamstring in his warm-up. I never wish injuries on people unless they're about to play Burnley. One thing I need to do. Sorry, Stuart Rhodes, if you're still watching. Hold on, corner to Burnley. Dwight with a corner. Another one. Well in, Ben. Oh, shit. They're counter-attack here, Southampton. Stuart Rhodes, if you're in the chat, let us know. Well done, Peters. Newcastle still attacking. Right, anyway. I need to give a shout-out to Stuart Rhodes because I missed his stars in the first half. It didn't come up on my stream for whatever reason. So apologies, Stuart, for that. Big shout out to Stuart Rhodes. He's sent stars before to Stuart Rhodes, and he's got involved in the fan reaction and stuff before. He's one of the ones that I will be opening it up to the live match reaction if he wanted to. So he's a good lad, Stuart. Thank you very much for helping out, Stuart. And like I said to everybody, it helps. It helps massively. Things like that. Really, really does. So I really do appreciate it, Stuart. Thank you very much. Phil says, any subs for either side? No, mate. No subs in that half. I thought they'd have brought Wilson on, but they haven't. So that's good for us. Dwight Mint in with the ball. Give it him. That's it. Woody with the ball on the edge of the box. Oh, he's trying to skin him again. He's skinned up. Yes, Woody. He's not scored. Sorry. Realised I celebrated a bit much then. But he's got a corner out of it. We are the better side again. We've started this half the better side, and we were the better side for the majority of the first half. So if we end up throwing this away, I'll be fuming. You can't throw away 2 games in 2 weeks and not be annoyed with it. I'm talking hypothetically. We haven't done it yet. I'm talking as though we've already done it. Anyway, we're playing well, so hopefully we can get this second goal. Kick them in the stomach by doing it. Proper put the game to bed. Burnley corner. Straight at fucking Dubravka. Now they're attacking. So Loughton's there, though. Well done, Lout. So he's just slowing it down. Oh, well done. Who's that? Goodmanson. He's played really well today as Goodmanson. Let's be fair. He's played really, really well. Not really done much in terms of like going forward and stuff, but he's just there and making a nuisance and getting fouled and stuff and winning the ball and stuff. So I think he's played quite well. Quilter says, with the bench... Well done, Peters. Oh, it's a free kick anyway. With the bench being so young today, do you think we'll make any subs unless we're forced to? He might bring Cork on if Newcastle bring Maximum Wilson on to try and maybe help us sort of like get a foot on the ball. I think Parker, do you mind? Because I think Cork can get his foot on the ball and stuff a bit better than the other two. Having said that, the other two are probably better at defensive work, to be fair. So potentially not, which is a shame because we'll probably need them as well. If they've changed the game with their subs, then we'll need to be able to sort of like counter what they've done, but we won't be able to because, as we've been saying for years, they didn't spend any money. Anyway, Newcastle free kick. He's won the header, but it's straight onto Bailey. Dan Taylor says, you know on WWE when Stone Cold runs down the ring, and he said wing, and gives a big group of people a stunner each, that'll be Dash in the changing room. It's because he looks like him, innit? Project Boy says you can win this match, Burnley, steal or Vartel 3 points. If we win this, we are on the beach. Wow. Anyway, Newcastle have started to come back into it though a little bit in the second half. Now they're attacking. It's down our right-hand side, their left. Ball in. Shit. Ben Mee's got it and he's hoofed it. Proper football. It's up to Vids. Now Vids has won it. Now Chris Woods. That's a foul. Fuck off. These Newcastle players are knobs, aren't they? Current and ex. Oh. Well done, Woody. He's done well. Woody with the box. Oh, why's he hit it from there, the tit? The tightest angle in the world, and he smacked it. He should have laid it off. Maybe there was nobody coming, to be fair, but Vidra in the box. He smacked it, didn't he? Say, silly Chris Wood. No, he's not doing it.
There's a snail in there.
Right, Burnley got the ball away. Who is that? Eric Peters? Yeah, it is Eric Peters. Eric, what are you doing? Right, Dwight's got it now. Eric's going on for the overlap. Hit it, Dwight! Oh, good shot, man. Corner again. Come on. Yeah, Phil says who he is, as soon as they come on, obviously meaning Wilson and Maximum, ASM I'll call him, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. We've all built them up so much that we think too much and invite it. Hopefully the players don't. I think as the fans were building them up so much because they are Newcastle's best 2 players. Fraser might have something to say about that, but he's injured, isn't he? So the best 2 players in the squad today, 100%. So the fans are going to build them up. Hopefully the players have got a better mentality. Anyway, Burnley corner. Oh, Loughton's got it on the edge. Ball in, Loughton, don't hit this one. Good ball. Good ball, would it? Oh, well defended again. Newcastle, they've defended well. We are absolutely battering them. There's been so many corners and crosses just going in left, right and centre. Oh, we need to make it count. And we've not done. 12 corners to their 2. We have murdered these. Another corner. Woody? Oh, saved. Give a free kick anyway, the tit. Total BFC on YouTube says ASM currently warming up. I added the word currently, obviously, to make it sound a bit better. Oh, they're making a sub now. Here we go. Oh, it's both of them at once. No. Can I hide behind this settee or what? There's not enough room. Fuck. Fuck's sake. Oh. Hopefully they're rusty. That's all we can hope for. Hopefully they're rusty. Especially Wilson. He's had quite a while out, hasn't he? I've gone a bit subdued now. Yeah, we do need that second, as Nathan says, but I think defensively, let's be fair, they're still going to be shit because they've got still the same players on.
I need a poo.
You need a poo?
Yeah.
Do you really need to go now?
Yeah.
For God's sake.
Get me.
Oh, for God's sake. Right, give me a second, everybody. Ah, come on, go. Right, sorry. You don't get that on AFTV and United stand, do you? Fucking hell. He's curling one out now. I'll have to go and get him when he's finished. Here we go, maximum. I'd rather be watching him have a fucking shit. Fuck's sake. Should have stayed up there watching him have a fucking shit. Fucking hell, Burnley. Fucking rubbish. Soon as them 2 come on, they can't fucking handle him. What a load of fucking shit. Rubbish. No idea when someone comes on and actually plays football, do we? Fucking rubbish. Same with Southampton last week. As soon as they started playing football, they murdered us. Fucking rubbish. We're supposed to be good at defending. All of a sudden now, we're shit. Chris Wood, Dwight McNeil. Go on! Oh! We cannot lose this from here now. The amount of chances that we've had. It weren't me that went for a shit. It were Parker Redmond. He's not finished. I'll have to go upstairs and sort him out in a second again. Hopefully I don't come back down to one of their fucking goals. Fuck's sake. It's been all us again since, but for the second half, we've been better team. They bring a player on. They have one run at us. And that's it. Just look at that ball from McNeil. Fantastic. Should be putting them in. James Smith says the stats, them stats we should have been more than 1 up. Exactly, mate. Oh, he's given a free kick to Newcastle, the dick. Not even losing, Jack. He's a Blackburn fan. He's a Blackburn fan. You got beat against Wickham, mate. You got beat against Wickham, you little fucking dickhead. Embarrassing. You're embarrassing. Your team's embarrassing. Clown. Wow. Does anyone ever feel the need to go on a Blackburn stream and give him shit? No. Thomas Grant says BPF is too short. I do feel Paul would have served that. I'm not criticising BPF though for 1 second, but I do feel like, go on, Vince! Shit touch, man. You can hear the little boy shouting. In a minute. Oh. Yeah, draw's still a good result, definitely. Go on. Oh. Hit it. Hit the damn thing. West is going to hit it. Fuck, I need to go and sort him out now. If the game becomes open, it's only going to suit them in it with ASM and Wilson on. Yeah, I don't, to be fair, Laura, but when they start giving it large on a stream when you've lost a week before against Wickham, it's just pathetic, innit? And they're always about 14 as well, because fully grown men are embarrassed to support them these days. Right, I need a breaking play. Right, JBG on the right. Cuts inside, ball in. It's going towards Woodhead. Defended well again by Newcastle. They've dealt with them crosses. Use Dwight. Oh, well done, Dwight. Okay. It's all us again now, though, isn't it? All us again. In terms of possession. They're defending well in Newcastle. You got to give them credit. Great ball in. Oh, defended well again. Fuck off. Oh, here we go. Maximum again. Fucking shambles. Absolute fucking shambles. Fuck off. I'll go and wipe his arse. Right, inside. Fuck's sake. Why can't we suddenly defend all of a sudden? Same against Southampton last week. As soon as they started playing football, we couldn't defend. Fucking shite. We've had so much. We've been so the better side as well. What is it with that defending? Go on, Vids. Oh my God. Fucking hell. How many chances do you need? Fucking fuming. Just like that relegation battle, says James Smith. Fucking dog shit, says Matt. Fuck this, says Dan. Absolute shite. Unbelievable, says Ryan. Frustrating, says Corey. Like how everyone's losing it, and then Corey's just like, frustrating. Ben Mee been shocking lately. Dragged into a relegation scrap now. See you next season, Blackburn. Won't go that far, mate. I still think we'll be fine. It's still 7 points. Yes, I do, Jackie Chan. Why is no one tackling him, says Christine. Right, I'm turning it off, says Laura. Hopefully she means the game and not the watch along. Oh, fucking shy, Burnley. Honestly, if we went down though, we'd have no one to blame but ourselves. You can't throw away a 2-goal lead at Southampton, then throw away a fucking goal lead against this shower of shite and expect to stay up.
That's the elephant.
And that man I'm tweeting.
You're a man tweeting.
I'm a man tweeting. A madman tweeting.
You're a Batman tweeting.
No game management whatsoever.
And that's what the big.
And he danced like a twat. Can't afford to chuck away points.
That's Mr.
On the Stella, Missy's getting it tonight if we lose. Jordan Hodson says, "Have we not learned?" Same as last week against Southampton. Danny Ings ran at them. Same thing. Shat themselves. Same thing this week. ASM's run at them. Shit themselves. We are so good defensively normally. But recently, they've been shit. Not good enough, man. Joys of being Burnley fans. 10-man Leeds beat City and we can't hold on to a 1-goal lead at home against Newcastle. And we're supposed to be better at defending than Leeds, apparently. Not at the minute. Last few games, I don't know what it is. We've been poor at the back. Very poor. Using, man. Dwight McNeil with the ball in. It's the same thing every time. You need to do something different now. Every time. Brilliant. Well done. Well done, JBG. I'd have cropped him there 100%.
It's not going to be yellow. It's going to be yellow. It's going to be yellow. It's going to be yellow.
Not good enough. Not good enough, man.
It's yellow.
I'd have done that all day, Browner. Well done. Well, fair play.
Baseball of brick. Oh, look, it's brick.
Good on you, girl. Time wasting, obviously. Sammy Dartnell says, our defence for the last few games have been as much use about the condom with a hole in it. That's how we were born. No, I'm joking. Sharp defending. Sharp. How have we thrown this away when we were absolutely battered them? Against Southampton, it was just you not accepted it, but you understood it because it were the first 25 minutes were good, but the rest of the game, they outplayed us, they outclassed us, they were the better side. This game's been different. We've been absolutely battering him. Soon as they brought, it's not even, it's Wilson again, by the way. Sorry, it's Maximum again, by the way. ASM again. Just runs at them. They don't know what to do. Break his leg. Stop. You're not winning these headers. If we're losing the likes of, just going back to Souls FN says, just subscribe. Cheers, mate. Hopefully we can turn this game into a win for the sub, but don't hold your breath because you'll die. Lee Dane, that's a comment I was going to mention. 40 million quid needs spending on this squad. Otherwise, if not this season, next season will be a last in the top flight. 100%. I've been saying for a while, I still think, even if we lose this game, I still believe we'll be okay this season. I can't see Fulham winning 3 games. They've only won 5 all season. And I don't, even though it's looking likely at the minute, shit pass. We're still not going to lose every single game between now and the end of the season. So they're going to need to win 3 games and get a draw to catch us. But yet they've won 5 games all season. It's so unlikely. Shit, Burnley. But next season, if Tarky leaves, and then if the rumours are Tarky's going, right? There's some rumours about Popey as well. If Tarky goes and we don't invest in the right areas, we're gone. If Tarky and Pope go, we're gone. The rebuild will be too big. Surely the rebuild will be too big. And no club would be stupid enough to sell them both at the same time, though, you'd think. And there's also rumours now that Dash wants to go to Palace. If Dash left and even the other 2 stayed, we're gone. But I can't see Tarky staying next season. And that's not just any inside information or anything. I'm not going to pretend to be one of these RTK wankers. I just can't see him staying, to be honest. Yeah, Sammy, I agree with that. Since ASM's come on, don't know what to do, do they? They just shit themselves and someone runs at them. $1K subs by the end of the season. That's the plan, Souls. Sorry, buddy. I need to stop swearing in front of you, but they're being rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's their fault, not Daddy's fault, okay?
It's not your fault.
No. There you go. Sweet talking. Vidra! Oh! Sad name.
It's my fault.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, it is.
It's not your fault. It's Burnley's fault.
Yeah.
Say rubbish, Burnley.
Rubbish, Burnley.
There you go. He knows.
Burnley's fault.
At least we're still having half chances. Against Southampton, when they went 3-2 up, we had nothing. We just spat on himself. You see it then? Mate, horrible thing. Fuck off, ref. Oh, fuck's sake. We need if a draw, 8 points, fine. We can't be losing. Can't be losing against Southampton after winning 2-0 and losing against Newcastle after winning 1-0 at home and expect it to be good enough. Fuming. Rich evening, Rich. Are Newcastle playing well or Burnley not great today? We've been the better side for the majority of the game, mate. It's since they brought ASM and Wilson on. For some reason, we are now shite at the back, whereas Burnley are known for being good at the back. Whereas now, all of a sudden, we can't defend. As soon as someone runs at us, we've shat ourselves. ASM this week, Danny Ings last week. Not good enough. Is it because we're trying to play... Because we've scored more goals recently, haven't we? So let's be honest. So have we lost the balance at the back now because of that? Because they're not having that protection from the midfield? Because the midfield were nowhere to be seen, let's be honest. That's why ASM were running directly at the defence, because there weren't that 2 banks of 4 like we normally have. We can't lose this match. It wasn't a must-win, this game. It was a must-not-lose. Yeah. Doctor, if that is your real name.
Finger.
Says, what choice have we got on the bench to improve? Nothing. That's what we were saying. Yeah? He's there on screen, Doctor.
What?
Exactly. We've got nothing to bring on. So that's what I was saying earlier in the stream. When they bring, I said when they bring ASM on and Wilson, they're going to change the way that they play. We can't counter it, whether they scored or not. They were still changing the way that the game was, and they've scored as well and gone 2-1 in front, and we can't come back at it. There's hold on, Dwight McNeil. Oh, Vidra, we've had enough chances. People will slurp the defence like I have been doing, but let's be fair, we've had enough chances. Yeah, there's well, what's Corky going to do? When you're chasing a goal, Corky is more likely to be the sub. That's so. Yeah, Corky's probably the one you're going to bring on. Maybe take Brownell off because he's on a yellow card. Taylor, I love Taylor, and I do think he's better than Peters, but he's clearly playing with a knock at the minute. Graham Nutter says, typical Dash, unfortunately. They bring on 2 game changes and we do nothing to combat it. I agree with you, Graham, but to be fair, we've got nothing to combat them with apart from, as James Smith says, maybe Jack Cork. It's probably time to bring Jack Cork on now because we're going to need a forward-thinking midfielder rather than 2 defensive midfielders. ASM is too good for Newcastle, says Rich. Yeah, well, hopefully he fucks off. Now, like mid-game, just decides he wants to leave. Well, it's done damage anyway. It don't fucking matter, does it? That's a Burnley ball anyway, so whatever. Dan Taylor says, we don't have any pace, though. I think he means apart from Alan. Sorry, shit dad joke. What does St. Maximum, Danny Ings, Harvey Barnes, Raheem Sterling, Son, etc. have in common pace? They are fast and can dribble well, and we never challenge them. We have Dwight. Admittedly, he's not very fast, but he can dribble. I'll do that so you can see me. But he can dribble, but he's not really... He's played all right, and he's put a lot of crosses in. But not... Most of them have been headed away. Now, even now, run at him. He's got past one. He's lost it. Right, come on, Dash. 10 minutes. 10 minutes left. Make a change. Right, go on, Vids. Woody, wide. That's it. But we're just going to cross it in and they'll get headed away. That's what's been happening all game, even when we're on top. Oh, fucking shite. Exactly. Shock horror. That's exactly what happened. Fuck it, says Dan Taylor. Get some of the young lads on. They could be dark horses. Well, that's what happened with Dwight, weren't it? There's nothing we can do. I won't be bringing any young lads on personally. Like I said, it worked for Dwight, but not in a game that you need a win. Well, what's he going to bring on? Mumbongo? What's he going to do? No disrespect to him, but he's clearly not ready. He needs a loan. These players that are on the bench, they should be out on loans at Championship, League One clubs, but because we don't invest in the first team squad, they're having to sit on the bench and not develop. Anyway, Burnley pissing about me again on the edge of the box. Ball in, headed away, shock. Yes, I am watching on Sky Sports, mate, but I can't hear anything, so I don't know what any of the commentators are saying of anything, if that's where we're going. To be fair, Graham Nutter says, we've still done naff all to change in shape-wise. Forget about the lack of squad depth. Put my teeth back in. Just change the system. What I'd like to do is stop playing the same way. All game, we've got it out wide, we've crossed it in, they've headed 99% of it away, apart from the one which was on the deck anyway. Every single ball we keep crossing in, they're heading it away. Stop doing that. Stop getting it out wide. Stop putting the crosses into the box because they've dealt with them all game. So guess what they're going to do for the next 10 minutes? They're going to deal with them. Get it on the box, run at people like Chris Wood did in the first half. So I do agree with that sense. I won't necessarily change the system too much because I don't think the players are. I think we're too used to our system, but I'd like them to stop playing in that way. It's not. Oh, fuck off! Nothing's going to change. Interesting from Alex Spedding. He says, I'd be selling McNeil. Everyone dry up, him thinking his quality. Shambles of a player. He's clearly the most creative player that we've got, mate. So if you're selling McNeil, you're getting rid of our most creative player. Who's more creative than Dwight? JBG? He's decent, he's JBG, but he's nowhere near good enough. Nowhere near as good as Dwight. Look, they're just showing that ASM goal again. One turn and he's sold on shite talker. Absolutely fucking dreadful. So I wouldn't be getting rid of Dwight. I think Robbie and Simon have agreed with me there. System has changed, says James Smith, Dwight in the middle. I must have missed that. Yeah, a lot of people. You on drugs or what? Laura puts a stat up. The most distance covered this season by players in the Premier League. Ashley Westwood, 331k or 331 miles. It's still the third highest. Sorry, he's on 341. Alex come back with a point. He says, my point is sell someone for better. McNeil runs 3 steps forwards and then goes 4 steps back. He's still our most creative player. Who are you going to get better than Dwight McNeil? I know there's... You look at Palace, to be fair, and they've bought some quality because they've got a better scouting system than us. Who are we going to buy? Obviously, you can use the Easy as a good example, or Eze, however you fucking pronounce it. Graham's not happy with the McNeil comment. Matt's not happy. Thomas Grant says Harry Wilson should have been signed. I agree, he should have done it. They're giving us more depth. He's not exactly ripped it up in the Championship, has he? And he's not as good as Dwight. I know you're not saying that, Tom, but Alex is getting... He's never going to comment again. It's the first time I've ever seen him comment, and everyone's just giving him loads of abuse. If you have a shit opinion, you're going to get abuse. I would... Project Boy says, have Newcastle ever done a league double over Burnley? I would presume so, mate. I would presume so. They were better than us for years, weren't they? Didn't they do it recently as well? They won at the Turf recently. 1-0. Don't know if they beat us at St James's that year. Might have done. We still not made a sub, have we? Fucking... Johnny Tate's texting. He's not happy about the lack of subs. Oh, fucking shite. Oh, Jackie Chan's all right. He's got his Sunday roast, but it's all right for some, mate. I'm going to go and cry in the shower after this. Shave my beard off after the beard comment earlier. Cry over this Burnley result. He's tucking into his Yorkshires. Newcastle corner. Bailey. It's all gone to fucking pot. Right, Vidra. Nah, 0 pace. Again, someone commented earlier about pace, didn't they? If we had pace there. Right, anyway, Burnley corner. Shock horror. It's going to be headed away. Like every other corner we've had. It's going to be headed away. Westy with the corner. Oh, look. Right, give it back to Westy. Right, ball in. Oh, fuck off. In Nkudu at Forest. I don't know. I don't care. I'm in a mood now. Right, come on, Burnley. Urgency. Come on! Just fucking standing there, picking your arse. Fucking wind me up. Yeah, Stevens. Where is he? Is he on bench? I forgot we had him as well. He's shit anyway. Pointless. Painful, says Sandra. 100%. How are you? Not very well, Project Boy. Thank you very much. Project Boy. Ball in. Shock horror. It's collected by the goalkeeper. It's either collected by the goalkeeper or headed away. What's that thing that Einstein said? The true definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. These Burnley players are insane. 3-2 miracle. I wish you were at Souls FN, but all right, Robbie's daddy and dad. Robbie must be in Todd. Matt Lowcott looks to be no urgency. I think that is meant to spell urgency there. I can't take credit for it, Thomas Grant. Einstein said it. I'm just putting it into an appropriate moment. But yeah, these Burnley players are insane. James Smith says the keeper knows exactly what's coming now and punching everything. Get on the ball, the floor, and move it about. I've been saying that since 60th minute, haven't we? When every single cross was just being headed away or whatever. But fuck them. They're useless. Oh, come on. Get off your heels. See, the people there, the lad from earlier, Alec, he's probably gone now because you all bullied him. But he'll say that's McNeil's fault. Peters was stood there on his heels. McNeil's done the hard work. He's got it to Peters. And Peters is there thinking about his fucking bird or something. Shite. Yeah, Talk BFC says... Oh, that's not Talk BFC. Hold on, Dwight McNeil. Ball in. Not much you could do there. He says, every time we're chasing a game, our players look like they can't be arsed. They do look like that. I don't genuinely believe that they can't be arsed. I think the problem is they just don't have the quality. We don't have, as people are saying, someone who can change a game. Man of the match, he's been on since 60th minute or whatever it was. That just shows how shit we've been. Fucking hell. Matt says we really miss Barnes. You know what? A time like this, he's not the best striker we've got by any stretch of the imagination. But a time like this, you could do with Barnes coming on and throwing a few elbows around, couldn't you? Or as soon as Maximum came on, straight on his knee. So we could have done with him, I guess. But I'd still rather have Woody and Vids up front, to be honest. 89th minute. Right, we're losing 2-1 against a relegation rival. What are Burnley doing? Pissing around with it at the back. Get it forward. Right, come on, Dwight. Oh, what a shit touch, Alex. You're right, mate. Shit touch, shit cross. Mumbongo coming on. Sean Dyche, the football genius. Fuck's sake. He's left it till 89th minute as well. Oh, Tarky, he's got past you too easily again. Fucking rubbish, Tarky. He's been shot today since Maximum's come on anyway. Like, all the defence has been shot. Well, the two central defenders have been shot since he's come on. Mumbongo coming on TV, going off. We should not. We are shite. Urgency, which is not spelled with an E, Matt. For fuck's sake. Oh. 4 minutes of added time. Why do we bother? Why do we bother? We've had some stars, 150. Adam Broxton sends me 150 stars and comments, playing like shite. You're spot on. Since them two have come on, we had no idea. No idea how to deal with them. No idea how to get our foot on the ball. If we go down, I still think we'll be fine. Let's put that out there. But if we go down, we only have ourselves to blame. Big love, Adam, for the stars. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I think this is easily our best ever star haul. Easily. Thank you very much, everybody, for sending all the stars in. Graham says, apologies that you have to sit through this on your own and talk to us. It's not you that should be apologising, mate. It's Simon, Johnny, Kieran, and Jared. Hold on. It's it. Fucking shout. Matt says they don't think we'll be fine. Obviously, people are going to start panicking now. I still think we'll be all right. Who have we got next week? Probably fucking Real Madrid or something like that. We've had our chance and we've thrown it away. And then to add insult to injury, that shower of shit's coming on. We've lost twice in one season to a team that has Jeff Hendrick playing for us. Minute and a half left. We're offering nothing. No, it's not even watching. Pointless. You know for a fact this ball is going to get crossed in and they're going to head it away. Oh, he's not even going to cross it in this time. He's probably thinking, fuck it, this shit. I'm not crossing it in. Right, Eric Peters is up now. What's he going to do? Dwight with the ball in. Oh. Man United away is next. Yeah, Jackie Chan, I was taking the piss earlier. United are going to fucking piss on us next week. For fuck's sake, Burnley. If Hendrick scores, then I'll delete TurfCast. I'll send all the stars to charity. Right, come on! It's it! Nice, lovely little sweat patch on ASM's arse there. For some reason, he decided to bend over in front of the camera. But that's it, full time. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Let's be honest, I'm not going to pull any punches this time, but some Burnley pages, they like to be all positive and all that bollocks and, we'll still be all right. I do still think we'll be okay, but that was not good enough. The players need to know that was not good enough. That is not good enough. Ben Mee and James Tarkowski, they didn't have a fucking clue. Sorry, they didn't have a clue how to handle ASM. Same with Danny Ings last week, as soon as it started running at them, they shit themselves. Not good enough. And Tarky thinks he's going to this Leicester or stuff next season. He'll get exposed playing like that, 100%. He'll get exposed playing like that. They're both worried about Wilson. He's just showing the ASM goal again. They're both too busy piss-farting about, pointing at Wilson. Just had some stars. Give me a second. A mid-rant. Robbie Lindsay, an old friend of mine. Thank you very much for the stars. He'll get a badge now that says Star Sender. But yeah, going back to that, not good enough. If we go down now, which let's be honest, I've said a million times, I do still think we'll be okay, but it is a possibility. It's not like we can't go down. It is a possibility. They've only got themselves to blame. And then should Torquay get this move to this big club? He obviously will, because he won't play in the Championship, as will Pope, as will probably JBG, as I presume Brownhill and stuff like that will. But then why? Because they've all been shit today. They were shit last week against Southampton. It wasn't good enough. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Alex Spedding, Dwight McNeil's least favourite fan, says, "We are shy. What a set of absolute gammon-handed reptiles." Headed, I think he meant. Matt Lawcott just says, "Fucking wank." Matt says, "That hurt more than last week." Yeah, I think because they're below us and you look at Southampton's side and you look at their front four and you think they shouldn't be down there. Whereas Newcastle, they're shit. They've got two good players and they're the two that hurt us coming on when they came on. And we just couldn't handle them. But it's two players. Like we've played so well in the past against, your Liverpools, even this season, your Liverpools, your Arsenals, and they've got better players than them, but yet we defended well against them. But for some reason now we can't defend at all. At all. The last few games we just cannot defend. Lee says F off, then he says, "Not you, Joe." Thank you. Thank you for clearing that one up. Sammy says Dash needs to go in and sledgehammer the shit out of Torquay and me. He needs to sledgehammer the entire squad. Let's be fair. I have give Torquay and Ben Mee a bit of stick just then, and they were not good enough. Both of them were not good enough in that game. 100% you are out with that. But the midfield weren't good enough either. They weren't helping out the defence with them two goals because they were just running at them. Well, the second goal, the ASM goal, there were no midfield anyway to be seen. And how many chances did we have? We had loads of chances. We put the ball in about 50 times. We had about 5,000 corners. It's the entire squad. The entire squad there. Tom Grant says, "Dash better go and do them stone cold stunners." Matt Ellis says, "Absolutely disgusting. Burnley management needs something else at the minute. We need to get his head out of his arse." Basically, I think they've slightly been on the beach. Maybe they think that they can't go down because of Fulham being so bad, which is the only reason why I think we'll stay up, because Fulham are so poor. But maybe if we get beat at Fulham, then fuck me, I'll be panicking. Adam says, "Painful loss." Daniel James Omar just simply says, "Shite." Pace will be crying about having to spend money in this summer. I don't know where all the Pace hates come from. There's been a few comments. I'm not picking on Alec again, but there's been a lot of comments about Pace. He's done nothing wrong so far. Let's give the man a chance before we start slagging him off. He does need to spend, though. Let's get that straight. Matt Ellis says, "Sean Dyche looks to be Crystal Palace bound." Well, there's some rumours, isn't there? We spoke about them earlier in the stream, but would he deserve to go to Crystal Palace if we go down? Probably not. He'd have his own mess to sort out here. Just getting a lot of comments. Absolutely shocking, says Antoinette. Totally agree. Paul Yates, it's on screen there for you. You can all read it. Tom Grant said, "We'd rather beat the teams around us than the top 6 teams. As long as we get the 3 points, I'm not arse." But yeah, obviously, because now that's given Newcastle the boost, hasn't it? And 3 points, where I wouldn't have wanted that. Gicky says, "Difference is we had nothing on the bench to change the game, and they did with ease." I agree with that, obviously, but we did have options to an extent. We had Cork. I'd brought Cork on a lot earlier. I don't know why he's just brought Mumbongo on the 88th minute and done nothing about it. If he's still having a paddy to show the board that, like he did earlier in the season, that we don't have any depth, now's not the time. Although I do agree with you, we obviously don't have anything to bring off the bench, and that's the previous board's fault, not Pace's fault. Surprise win at United, do you think? No fucking chance, Reese. If we win at United, then it would be typical Burnley this season, wouldn't it? But come off it. We can't be coming off. My old mate Paul's in the chat. He says Burnley will still be fine. Things could be far worse. Fulham couldn't score in a brothel. And that is the reason why I think we will stay up. But let's be fair. That was a fucking joke. That was an absolute joke. Not good enough. Not good enough. And the only reason why we're staying up is because the other teams are so shit. We drew at home against Brighton. We've drawn at home against Fulham. We've lost at home against Southampton. Who else is there? I'm sure there'll be other examples. Obviously, just then lost at home against Newcastle. We should be above around the teams like Palace and Sunderland, Southampton and Leeds with them games that we've not won. We'll stay up, but we'll stay up because Fulham aren't good enough. Basically, another Blackman fan in the chat. Get a laugh. You got beat against Wickham. Know your place. Sammy Dartnell says Dash needs to headbutt the entire team. We do not promote violence here on TurfCast. But on this occasion, yes, Dash. Go in, stunner them, headbutt them, do everything you need to do. Graham says, can't wait to hear the post-reaction from Dash with the same frustrating crap comments. He needs to come out and just say the team have bottled it 2 games in a row. It won't do because of the effect that will have on the team. But what I think will happen now is he had that meeting, didn't he, this season that we nearly went down when Joe Hart written it and it all turned around then. He had a meeting last season. They need to have one of his meetings. He needs to go in there, cook all them omelettes for them players that we're going to sign in the summer, have this big, massive squad meeting and say, basically, you're not good enough, but he won't do it in the press. He will just say all the usual generic, oh, well, you know, they've got depth, we don't. He'll use that as an excuse, something like that. You know, they've got them sort of play. We'll play Dash Bingo now. I won't be live by the time his comments come out, but I bet you any money he says something like, you know, when you've got a player like ASM quality on the bench, you know, blah, blah, blah. You've got this man who they bought for 40 million quid in Joe Linton, you know, his shit. That's what his excuse will be. I cannot believe how much the commentators are against us. I'm against us after watching that, Mark. That were dreadful. Keith says, do you remember when we could defend the lead? Feels like a long time ago, doesn't it? Paul says, twice talk should have gone and shown the TWAT down the line and take away from goal. Yeah, and I do think him and Ben were poor today. However, I think ASM's done well to cut inside and get his shot away. But a better defender, that won't happen to. It wouldn't have happened to Tarkin last season, put it that way. Punching the gut, that says Joe, definitely. What did we do with 3 weeks off, says Dan. I think they had some time off, actually, mate. Obviously, the ones that weren't on international duty. David Nugent. Nah, we've had him, mate. He's shit, Paul. Did not know you were at Tranmere, though. I've seen your whinges on Twitter, Paul, by the way, and I just thought it was another guy called Nugent. I didn't think it were actual David Nugent, the former Preston bastard. Robbie Lindsay says, just frustrating, losing a lead again. We had a lot of the ball today. We're not as bad as everyone's making out. No, but we should have put that game to bed. We were bad defensively when them two brought them players on. But the game should have been out of reach by then. It should have been minimum 2-0. We had all them chances. No worries. Sammy says, cheers for today, though. Troy Duxbury is not like an overreaction. He says, dash out, pace out, paces. He's done nothing wrong. One more comment from Robbie. He says, we did a lot of attacking today, some great chances of the balls in good places, but let down with finishing a position. It wasn't all performance, all in all. Different day, 3-0. We just get beat on the break after conceding a goal. I agree with that pretty much bang on. But a better team would have put Newcastle to bed there, wouldn't they? Let's be honest. Hopefully we can bring the players in and have some better players next season, because all for Vidra and Wood's quality the last few games. You've got to be looking at them for not putting the chances away. You've got to be looking at the midfield for exposing the defence for that second goal. And you've got to be looking at the defence as well for the second goal, because it weren't good enough. Anyway, that's it from me. That's my match reaction. I'm going to take the little man out. He wants to go and see some trains. So I'm going to go and take him to see some trains. Don't know why he's got into trains all of a sudden. But thanks, everyone, for watching. Thanks for the stars. We've had loads of stars. It's probably the most ever stars we've ever had on the stream. I will get a Patreon set up in response to what everyone was saying earlier in the stream. The Patreon plan for it will be, it'll be there this season just to be there for those that want to contribute and help. You don't have to, obviously, but next season we'll start offering something different for it. Like if you sign up to the Patreon, you can watch this show, or you can be on this, or something like that. In fact, that could be a perfect way to get people involved in the live match reaction, couldn't it? But yeah, fingers crossed. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And I'll see you for the podcast on Thursday, where I will be miserable again, like I was this week on the podcast. And hopefully I'll be with you for the podcast, the watch along for the Man United game next week, where hopefully we get a result. But I'm not going to be holding my breath. We just need Fulham to stay 7 points away from us. We just need Fulham to get beat. They've got Arsenal next. They should get beat. Keep Fulham 7 points away from us. Every single week is another week where we are closer to safety at 7 points. As soon as it gets down to 4 points, because they've got a players, then my arse will be like that, twitching like mad. But yeah, thanks very much, and I'll see you for the podcast on Thursday.